Assalamu alaikum, dear audience. In our Meet the Expert interview series, we usually listen from a local or international expert. Today, we are delighted to host another international expert. She is Ms. Sonnia Singh. She is from India, and she will be talking upon career planning. So as she is going to advise us regarding career planning, I would like to introduce her as a career coach, a guide, a mentor, a human resource development expert. So before further I do, I would like to humbly request you, ma'am, could you please introduce yourself with me and my audience?
Yes, sure. Thank you so much for the opportunity, sir. So as you already mentioned, I am a career coach. I am also a study abroad counselor. I am an ICF certified coach specializing in career transitions and leadership development. And in my previous life, I actually have been a sales and marketing person with various hospitality companies as well as with real estate companies. My belief is in human potential, and my endeavor is to bring out the best in people who want to create a better version of themselves. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you for joining with us in Meet the Expert session. If I would like to start with the very basic question, what exactly is career planning?
Yes, okay, sure. So career planning is basically the process of identifying the professional path that will go along with your personality, your interests, and what your goals are in life. So it also involves exploring interests. It involves exploring the various options, researching on them, and maybe even getting an evaluation to see whether you have the aptitude or the suitability for these careers. That is, if you're unsure of finding the right ways to get onto a career track. So planning career choices, establishing career objectives, and deciding then on the educational or the developmental plan or the program in order to achieve those career objectives. This is all career planning.
Thank you, ma'am. According to you, career planning is the process of identification of the best option among various career opportunities, career options. So you also mentioned it is a process of researching yourself, which is the best suitable career for you, or which should be taken for you as a career. And obviously, you have also rightly mentioned out that one must have to develop himself to reskill himself according to the needs of the career he is going to choose. So in this aspect, what is the basic career development model?
So see, career development is also part of your career planning process. Rather, it's an extension. So this whole process of self-awareness, exploration, decision-making, all these things that shape your career, this is what career development is. So it entails navigating your occupational options to choose and then train for jobs that suit your personality, skills, and interests. So bear in mind, it's very essential that you have a career that is aligned with interest and your aptitude. Because if either of these is missing, it's not really going to turn out to be a great career for you. So it involves learning about different roles and industries, perhaps, to find a match for the abilities, and thereafter seeking opportunities to advance and maybe sometimes even changing careers altogether to find a more suitable one. So a career development actually spans a whole working lifetime. It doesn't end just by choosing an occupation. You need to get the required education, the training, apply for employment in that domain, and ultimately work on advancing your career. So at some point, career development for some people can also mean change of career, or maybe change of job in a different career. And this could be definitely more than once during your working life. So many people honestly find themselves seeking professional advice as they
So thank you very much, ma'am. You have rightly pointed out that a career development model, there is no single. You have to select the best one from many alternatives. And you have also rightly pointed out that it depends upon your aptitude, your personality, your likings, your dislikings, many things. So you have also pointed out that career selection is an important decision of human life. So in this aspect, you have also mentioned various influential factors. So what are the influential career factors that have impact on career development?
That's a very good question, Mr. Abdin. So there are various factors that tend to influence, the career development. The biggest one, of course, is your personality. So, and why it plays a large role is if you're an introvert or an extrovert, it also defines whether you like working in of people or would you like to prefer an individual contributor role. And therefore, accordingly, careers such as finance, they are accordingly matched with your personality type. Then values. What are the values that you hold dear, which also influence your career development? Things that you like to have in your life, and if your occupation provides that, then you will have an affiliation with it. Your interest, we spoke about it earlier, interest and aptitude are very, very critical, because if either is missing, then it will not be a sustainable career. Then the other things that actually have a big influence are financial resources. Now, you may have the personality, you may have the value system, you may have the interest as well as the aptitude, to pursue medicine. But if you don't have the financial resources to do it, you may opt for something else. Similarly, financial obligations like loans or being in debt, they can also have an impact on your career development. Some careers come with a reputation that they take too long, etc. So that also sometimes tends to create a different perspective in the minds of prospects. And in many cases, parental pressure also can influence. There are many parents who feel that their children should pursue a vocation maybe that they have pursued. All these things add up to influencing how somebody embarks upon his career.
Perfect. You have rightly mentioned that before going for career selection, there are many influential factors in our life, because maybe I would like to be an engineer, but my parents wants I should be a doctor. Or in some case, I would like to be a doctor. My parents think, no, you should be a lawyer. So these sort of factors influence also the social status of your family. If someone would like to have a certain career, but his financial condition or his family status is not allowing it to do so. Sometimes people may like to be an entrepreneur, but the concurrent society is not entrepreneur friendly or pro-entrepreneurial. So these are the factors. Obviously, we have some impact on career. But could you please guide us how one can develop his career or ensure proper growth in his career after having 3 or 5 years experience? So how he can ensure proper growth in his career?
Yes, you've actually highlighted a very critical, importance of, growing the career, which is not what everybody really thinks about. So career growth is basically the overall progression of your professional life. And it is defined by the roles, the responsibilities you take on throughout your career. That is what builds your career growth. And it can mean different things for different people. For you, career growth could be, getting that coveted promotion. For me, it could be becoming a manager or becoming a team leader. And it could also mean moving into a role that is best suited to meet my final career goals. So for me, that would entail, maybe I want to work upon my leadership progress. So I want to take on projects that can showcase my skills, or I'm more inclined to look at something which enables me to receive good feedback and accolades from managers and organizations. So the best thing to start about it would be to think about, where do you want to be 5 to 10 years from now? So start looking at options and then developing a strategy to meet that milestone. You need a game plan. Find someone who works in your final goal position and then make a list of what you need to get to that role in 5 or 10 years. What skills do those people have that you need to develop? Also, I would recommend take a look at some of the job postings for roles that you want to grow into. Make a list of the skills that are listed out for that particular role, and then make a plan. Do a skill gap assessment and see what you have and what is it that you need to develop to get there. And a very critical aspect of career growth is networking. You must network with others in your industry. Set up informational interviews with people and professionals who are in that position where